Picture this. You're camping in the middle of absolute nowhere, miles away from civilization, and you look up at the night sky expecting to see some stars. But instead, you spot a perfectly straight line of glowing lights cruising through the abyss like a cosmic freight train. It looks like a straight up alien invasion, but it's actually just Elon Musk delivering high speed Wi Fi so someone can stream reality TV from a tent. That's Starlink, not an internet company, it's the world's first planetary scale space infrastructure. Hi, I'm Shreya, and you are watching Tech Machine. So let's get started. While most people just see a quirky space router company with a sleek dish and a dream, they are completely missing the bigger picture. Right now, there are over 10,500 active Starlink satellites buzzing around in the cosmic backyard, serving over 12 million subscribers across 150 countries. And SpaceX isn't stopping anytime soon. They want to push the number to a wild 42,000. If they pull it off, the Starlink won't just be a massive satellite network. It will literally become the largest single machine ever built by human hands, a giant coordinated autonomous tech shell wrapping around the entire globe. It's not an internet company. It's a planetary scale science fiction infrastructure hiding in plain sight. To really appreciate how crazy this is, you have to look at how old school satellite internet completely failed us. Traditional satellites are basically lonely giants sitting 36,000 kilometers away in geostationary orbit. Because the signals has to travel deep space and back, the lag is utterly painful. Where we are talking about 500 to 700 millisecond of delay that makes gaming, Zoom calls or doing literally anything online feel like pulling a teeth. Starlink looked at that and said, yeah, let's not do that. Instead, they slammed their satellites into low Earth orbit just a few hundred kilometers up. Because they are practically hugging the Earth, the lag plummets to a snappy 20 to 40 milliseconds with speeds blazing past 500 megabits per second. It's an absolute lifesaver for rural areas, ships at sea, airplanes, and disaster zones where fiber optic cables can't go. It's getting so good that traditional telecom giants like AT&T and Verizon are sweating bullets, viewing Starlink as a massive threat, while rivals like Amazon's Kuiper and European OneWeb are scrambling just to get skin in the game. But managing a swarm of thousands of low-altitude satellites is pure chaos, which is why every single Starlink satellite is basically a high-tech flying robot with a mind of its own. These things don't just float around aimlessly, they use fancy phased array antennas to electronically track your dish without moving a single part. Even wilder, they are completely autonomous. In just 6 months window, these satellites pulled off about 145,000 atomic collision avoidance maneuver, dodging space junk in each other without a human ever lifting a finger. SpaceX is quietly building the ultimate space traffic control system. I know, they run on argon gas. While regular satellites use super expensive xenon fuel, SpaceX built massive scale ion thrusters powered by cheap, abundant argon because you are launching a literal army of spacecraft who have got to watch the wallet. You also treat these satellites less like a priced relics and more like smartphones. They only live for about 4 to 6 years before SpaceX intentionally burns them up in the atmosphere to replace them with a newer, shinier model. Because SpaceX owns the reusable Falcon 9 rockets, they can launch, upgrade, and replace hardware cheaper and faster than anyone else on Earth. The coolest trick on Starlink's sleeve, though, is happening entirely through lasers in the vacuum of space. The newest generation of these satellites don't even need to talk to Earth to route your data. They blast it into each other using space lasers at a mind-boggling 200 gigabits per second. Think of our current internet as a standard road of Earth made up of fragile fiber optic cables buried under the dirt of resting on the ocean floor. Think of our current internet as a standard road on Earth made of fragile fiber optic cables buried under the dirt or resting on the ocean floor. Starlink is building a frictionless superhighway in the stars. And since light actually travels faster through the vacuum of space than it does through glass fiber cables, a laser signal taking a direct path from New York to Tokyo could theoretically beat the fastest ground based network on the planet. This insane speed has turned Starlink into a massive geopolitical powerhouse. Beyond helping out in natural disaster, SpaceX spun up a top secret defense heavy version called Starshield. Built purely for military operation, intelligence gathering, and tracking missile, it quickly becomes one of the most vital defense assets of the 21st century. Plus, they're already working on direct to cell tech, meaning your everyday smartphone will soon connect straight to the satellite, deleting cellular dead zones from the map forever. When you step back and look at the grand scheme of things, Starlink is actually a giant cover story for something much bigger. Yes, it's currently acting as the world's largest sensor network, tracking space weather, atmospheric drag, and orbital chaos. But if you look past Earth's orbit, you realize the entire network is just a massive dress rehearsal. Elon Musk's ultimate obsession has always been building a city on Mars. To pull that off, you need to master Mars satellite manufacturing, autonomous spacecraft fleets, laser communication, and orbital traffic management. Starlink is the prototype being perfected on Earth so that it can one day be copied and pasted onto the red planet. So, the next time you look up into the night sky and catch the airy, beautiful train of lights cruising over your head, don't think of it as a bunch of routers in space. You're looking at a literal nervous system of a future multiplanetary civilization. With that, we have come to the end of today's video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Tech Machine. Until then, I'm Shreya signing off.